Hi Bear, it's just on TV, back with another video, and Rangers were in SPL action last night at home to Hamilton, where it finished Rangers 0, Hamilton 1. The starting lineup for Rangers last night was McGregor nets, back four of Taverner, Goldson, Edmondson and Barisic, midfield three of Davis, Kamara and Rebo, up front Hadji, Morelos and Kamberi. And a game that was weird was almost like watching the Old Firm, the Cup semi-final. It was literally create chances, don't stick it in the net, and then one thing happens in the other team score. The first half, Rangers, did well, whether it was Morelos trying to do something to set Kamberi up or something, but there was like a chance when Tav went down the right wing and put the ball in. He put it kind of more back post than front, and you could see Morelos saying, I wanted it kind of at my feet. But so Morelos didn't get a chance. He had a shot that hit kind of more the side than anything. Kamberi had a chance where he went on and unfortunately missed, but Hamilton kind of, this first half especially, was just sit back and defend. Second half, Rangers and Hamilton come out, and 12 minutes from the restart, the ball gets hit off Davis, goes in. You can see the ball, Tav leaves it, goes to Goldson, and then all of a sudden Goldson just, very, very weirdly just stands, watches the ball, doesn't even, say clear his line or try and pass the ball to McGregor, and just basically ball watches, and David Moyo of Hamilton takes the ball, puts it past, and puts the ball in the net to make it 1-0. A few minutes before that, though, Hamilton did have a chance. I think it was a corner, the ball came in, and it was Ogbe basically hit the shot, hit the crossbar. McGregor managed to get his hand to it and save that, but like I said, Rangers' second half started to go more. They had Morelos hitting the crossbar with a header. You had basically the Hamilton goalkeeper in defence absolutely playing at the skin and fighting for the ball, and in the 59th minute Rangers made a change. Ryan Kent came on for Glenn Kamara, and a lot of people I think were kind of glad to see a bit more attacking. I think it would mean Ariba would try and maybe get more up front, and it just didn't seem to work. It seemed that Rangers were still struggling with it. There wasn't anything to kind of keep going. In the 65th minute, Defoe came on for Kamberi, which I think, in all honesty, a lot of people at the ground last night were confused. It wasn't saying, Kamberi wasn't doing anything. Him and, kind of the front three were kind of at least, trying to help each other, try and get the ball worked in the box for a goal. But, basically with Hamilton defending and their goalkeeper, were causing Rangers problems. So Kamberi went off, and Hamilton basically just seemed to shut up shop. It was more, if you're going to get, if you want a goal, you need to, come through us. And in the 74th minute, Taverner went off for Barker, which was something that was strange. There was, I think, Tav, yes, he had a bad game, but I wouldn't say it was, is what, it had probably maybe an okay game, but I think I think it was about the 60th minute, the ball came in and he literally was to just that, but blazed it over. And I think, that was maybe part of it, of getting sub, but it just seemed that anything, Davis even put a ball slightly over. You had, I don't think even, Barker, tried to reset and, giving the ball to Rebo or to Kent, and the ball was just going straight across from one side to the other, and it finished 1-0, and it's something that I have considered doing a video on about Gerrard. I know there's a lot, I think maybe about the 60th minute or something. I know it wasn't a busy, I think it was something like 48,167 at Ibrox last night, so quite a few in it, but I think about the 60th minute or between 60 and 70 minutes, I've never, I could get, the odd thing, but, I'm kind of hoping, touch wood, due to work, traffic, or school, that was the reason why, maybe most people left, but it did seem to, as the time went on, from, say, the 60th minute to maybe the 80th minute, it just emptied so quickly, and at full time, a lot of fans made their feelings known that they didn't think it was a good performance. And I know on Facebook there's been a lot of people that are been saying what Taverner said in the match programme, which doesn't help. I think that there's, like most things, there's a time and a place to say something, but to say things like that, I think's ridiculous. It was just something that I didn't think or would assume Rangers would kind of print on a programme, which surprises me a lot. I think it was something that, yes, I get, some, you're going to get a few people that will complain, but basically the quote or what was said was basically that before the winter, obviously this is another thing, the winter breaks a big talking point as well, which obviously I don't think we're probably going to know for 4, probably 5 years if not more, but Tavid apparently said, or is quoted saying, basically that at the start of the season to near the winter break, teams were coming to Ibrox and would be very worried, would kind of go defensive, wouldn't, would try and get a point or try not concede as much, and after the winter break, basically, teams are now starting to realise that Rangers don't have a fear factor, and that when the other teams smell blood, or the away teams smell blood, and they get a goal, heads dip, and the confidence is low, and it's something that I know some people say it's the truth, which yes, I get, but I think to kind of, or how it's been printed probably more than anything, hasn't helped, and it's obviously made more problems than solved problems, and it's something that I don't know what will happen. I know that there has been, from I think maybe 10 o'clock last night, if not 10:30, a lot of people are now siding with Gerrard getting sacked. I'm someone that I'm 50-50, I'm not going to lie. I think the problem or the thing that I can't get is that you can go in the Europa League draw, get Braga, which was about, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago at Ibrox, looked to be going, struggling for the first leg. You finish the game 3-2, you win that game. You then go to Portugal for the Europa League on the Wednesday game, away to Braga. You get the win there, and then come the league or the cup, it doesn't seem to work. But I'm always something that I've said, a manager deserves time. He deserves to, I suppose, show what he wants, bring his players in. And, he needs to build. I know there's probably, there could be a few players or maybe more that he wants out that obviously can't go, maybe because of their contract or the wages. But it's something that I think for me, I've always said, like I said, I back the manager, or I hope I'm wanting to back him, but my main thing is that if it doesn't go right, I know I think it was even a few days ago before the game that a lot of fans have, you probably hear it near enough every start of the season, that we want to see 4-4-2. Or something different. I think at one point someone said that when Barker came on, they almost went to a 3-5-2, which I can slightly get, but it wasn't something that helped. I think when Canberra got subbed, it was maybe not the right call. I think Canberra was someone that was kind of doing something. I know Jack and Arfield weren't playing, at all, so. But it sings to me that when 4-3-3 doesn't work, to change formation is some. I've always said that to lose a game and you've gone for, most people can take. And part of that, whether it's giving your all, as well as, if a manager says this isn't working, to change formation. If it doesn't work, fine, it's, I'm not saying it's like a list, you can tick off, but it's something that you can say, right, it didn't happen, we'll see what happens. But that's something that I would like Gerrard to do. I'm not saying it has to all the time, but in some games, if it's 4-4-2, if it is something else, for a bit longer than, I think, about the 75th minute or something, fair enough. But we'll see what happens. I do think, though, that Ross County on Saturday is going to be, Sunday, it's going to be a massive game now. We have that. The next game would then be Leverkusen in the Europa League at home. And then some game on the Sunday, March 15th, is the Old Firm. So, yeah, it's going to be a big 3 games. The next game after, or the 4th game, would be Leverkusen away. So, big 4 games coming up for us. And we'll see what happens. But big thanks to everyone that's been watching. If you haven't, please support the channel. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. What were your views of, what do you think of last night? Are you backing the manager, or are you had enough? Put it in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright guys, I'm out.